All right. Still a bit early, so let's check out some more videos. This is a whatever podcast clip, so let's check it out. I wanted to watch this. I want to check this clip out, and let's react to it.
Awful when it comes to chivalry, and so I'd always try to teach him how to like take a girl on a first date.
Wait, hold on. Your brother is awful at chivalry? What do you mean?
Oh, he just like doesn't know how to take a girl on a first date. Like he'll DM me, or no, sorry, he'll message me like a DM that he has with a girl, and he's just like, how do I ask her out? And then he'll like tell me what his plan is, and I'm just like, oh no, maybe just adjust it a little bit. Maybe
I like that because
I think it's great that your brother's not chivalrous.
Interrupting me. Most girls.
Good for him. If you're watching, good for you.
Most girls will see
You're a legend.
men like that and want to bash them. That's why I saw it and I was like, I want to help them. Like they need that little push. They need that little. Okay, this is what you could change. So that's why I wanted.
This is such great marketing.
Because most women want to bash the men and just be like, oh well, they suck. Like look.
So you're telling me that you see all those men, you see all those bottom feeders. They are in your purview.
Yes, they follow me, they talk to me, and I've talked to them for years. And
they follow you and talk to you.
I've talked to them for years. And
tell you what you should tell them to do. Tell them to do.
Yeah.
Unfollow you straight away is what they should do. Tell them to unfollow every single girl that they don't know, and that goes for everyone listening to this podcast as well. If you don't know a girl and she's just like an internet thought, unfollow her.
But I talk to them.
You don't need to be following her. Don't slide into her DMs. She's not gonna reply to you.
I do reply to them, so that's the difference. Not all of them do, but I do, so that's the difference.
Who cares if you reply to them? Because you are making money off of these fools of men. Who cares if you reply to them? You are feeding to these men's delusions. This is an issue. I talk about this and I have videos on it. We have a problem with men because there are so many men that are guideless and directionless. Men are literally making millionaires from making these women millionaires. That is the insanity of it. You are making women that wouldn't give you the time of day into millionaires. To make it more likely, she wouldn't even give you the time of day. Because now she's so rich, so good looking, she wouldn't even look at you twice. She wouldn't even look at you once. You are completely invisible to her. And this is the problem. We have men that are directionless, purposeless, men that are doormats, men that are spineless. We have a problem with shitty, stupid men. Men that are raised by single moms. Men that don't have good fathers. We have a problem. Yo, Darius, what's up? Thank you for joining. We have a problem. This is the thing. This is one of the things where, yes, I'm a nobody. But I want to talk my piece. I want to try to help any man I can help. Because we have a problem. Instead of paying these OF women and making them millionaires, you could have put that money into yourself. Invest. Improve yourself. A career. Investment. Stocks. Homes. Courses on being better. Right? Coaches. Whatever. On becoming a better man. Becoming the best version of yourself to actually find a woman that would like you for you. That see value in you. Instead, you spend every money you have on women that wouldn't even give you the time of day. Women that is using you. That is disgusting. And you can get it for free too. You can get naked content for free. Yet you want to spend money on women to give you fake girlfriend experiences, fake attention. And this is the problem we're having with young men. Thinking that they can, this beautiful woman is giving me attention. I'm so happy. Really? Because once that money that you are making dries up from sending it to her, on to the next man, on to the next simp. And what does that do you? What does that make you? Now you are later in your life and you haven't done nothing. You haven't done nothing for your life. You haven't improved. So now you are purely a useless man. And now you're complaining about life. You're complaining about women. You're complaining about world. What have you done? This is the thing where I want men to become the best versions of themselves. Not for women, but for themselves. So they don't have to be the doormat, the simp, to be used and abused. So they can find happiness. That's the thing. And we have so many men that's just being stupid. And it's sad.
Yeah. I'm sure you get a lot of DMs,
Okay.
though. I don't know if you reply to all of them.
I do.
Yeah. It's good to shoot your shot, but I mean, if they're wanting advice and stuff off you,
Especially
that's
if they're
pretty-
asking for advice.
that's
If
pretty
they're
right.
just saying, "Oh my God, you're so hot," I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna reply. But if they're like, "Hey, Bray, like this happened, blah blah," blah, like, okay, then I want to talk.
You understand that they're doing that though because the only time they probably ever get to talk to a pretty girl.
That's fine. Then I'll be
But
there
that's not
for
really
them.
okay. If
to
you
talk.
want to aid them on their self-help journey, you should tell them stop messaging me, and go and do your thing.
No, because I'm helping them. But yeah, I get what you mean. Other
Yeah.
girls, yeah.
Like message.
You're not helping them. You're feeding into their delusions. Because instead of finding an actual girlfriend or improving yourself so you can eventually find an actual girlfriend, you are making deluded in believing that you're their girlfriend. You know, you're giving that girlfriend experience, right? Giving them a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen to. No. Men shouldn't be crying to women online, OF models.
There's nothing good about like being in a back and forth message with a girl who's you know, yeah, they have a chance with you.
All right. You also said men not being men anymore. Did you want to expand on any of that?
And I'm so curious what I was thinking when I typed that. I feel like they're just not as, I don't want to say,
manly.
as manly anymore.
We don't hold
And
them
it's
to a
hard-
standard.
Yeah, it's hard to find them as attractive when they're more feminine, I guess.
I mean, you have feminism to blame for that.
You really do.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm curious what your thought is on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, feminism is like a inherently toxic ideology, and it's a social and political movement. It's not just like wanting equality between the sexes, and it's made a whole generation of young men to feel like they're toxic if they try and show ambition, show leadership, and all of these things that are inherently masculine features and traits. They get beaten up. You can see so many articles in the mainstream media where they say weightlifting is toxic masculinity and all these things. Like it's just, yeah, it's masculinity is demonized a lot these days.
It sounds
Look
like
at
you
the-
guys agree with my course.
No, I don't agree with you.
Nobody
at all.
wants your bullshit.
That's literally.
It sounds
I
like
agree with
all
the
of you
problem. I agree with the problem.
100% with what I'm saying. We're turning men feminine. We have lost completely what a man is. We are holding men. We're not holding men to standard. They're not being providers. We're not doing traditional roles. This is what we need to change. This shit needs to change.
So-
I don't know what
For
happened.
shizzle.
Yeah.
You agree with what I'm saying. You just don't want to say that because
No,
that
what
is
you're
your-
doing is you're asserting your business model into there. And what I'm saying to you is your business model is like not going to work. First of all, it's not going to
Why?
be productive because you're a female. You don't understand the plight of
That's
a man.
why I
You
have
don't understand what
experts
it's
coming
like.
in. That's why I have experts coming in. If anything,
Who are the
I could
experts?
ask-
What are their
I could ask
expertise?
someone like you who went from being bigger and not healthy and then turned into that fit young guy. I could ask someone like that
So
and
you
bring
could
them on.
leverage. So okay, so look, if
Yeah.
that's your business model, And if you're saying I'm going to fund it, and then I'm going to get experts to come in who are
That's
males,
exactly what I'm
that's
doing.
okay. But don't you try and tell them what to do. 'Cause You wouldn't
Obviously.
know the first thing about the life of a man.
Obviously, that's why I'm saying.
But you said before you were going to teach them to
I have
manifest.
the resources to do
So
that.
you're not going to stand up there and
I'm
teach
not
them
going
to
to stand up
manifest.
there and be like, this is how you do a push-up. I don't know how to do a push-up.
Okay, nobody gives a fuck about your course. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it sounds like you guys all agree with it, Brian. You know you agree with it. Your job is to come on here and bash as much as possible, especially.
We were talking
when
about
you're
feminism, and you
first
brought up your bloody
Bro,
course.
that's the
No,
issue.
because she agrees with me.
Yeah, no,
When
but
you-
what's that have?
Just more ways to make money off of men. This is the thing where I wanted to create this channel to support men and not trying to drain men of resources. I love supporters, but that's not my goal, because this is not gonna make me money. This ain't gonna be. I'm awkward. I'm shy. I'm a terrible public speaker. I ain't gonna. I'm not good looking. I'm not really like smooth or charming. I ain't gonna get famous. I'm not gonna, go viral. I'm not gonna gain 1 million subscribers. I'm not. I just want to be a voice for average men. I want to support, push, encourage men to be their best. I want to show men the hypocrisies and delusions of the world that they are experiencing, or that other men are experiencing. I want to show them that I'm against it. I support the feelings of men. I want to continuously push men, good men, average men, or whatever, but good men, to be the best version of yourself through having better self-respect, better self a better view of the world around them. Don't be a doormat. Focus on bettering yourself through, finances, which is very important. Please check out I have some videos that are finance videos, so please check those out. By expanding your mindset, not being so tight, not being narrow-minded, open-minded is very good. Focus on being logical. Don't let your emotions control you. Don't put women on a pedestal. Just anything, and a lot of things where I want to help push men to be the best versions of themselves, so they can attain happiness, and that they are not being controlled by, or deluded, or used by women.
What's that have to do with your course?
Yeah.
And you guys are all agreeing with what I'm saying, that we're turning
Okay,
men
cool.
feminine.
Sounds like Jonestown, your course.
Aren't we turning men feminine? Aren't we not?
And she's gonna solve it. Okay.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wait,
Drink
who's
your
turning men
course
feminine?
with her-
Who exactly?
Just $69 a month.
Society as a whole, we're turning men, like, we're not holding men to that masculine.
It is women turning men into women. It is women. It is women that are asking men to change, are forcing men to change. Men have been the same for centuries, or decades, or for a long time. Men have been who men are. It is women that are forcing, or expecting, or making men to change. It is women. And then now some men are now changed, so now they're on the bandwagon along with women, but it's women.
Role that they
And
should
who's
be held
doing
to.
that precisely?
Mostly, like they said, feminists.
Women.
Yeah.
Do you think women should take accountability then for some of the
Yes.
men's actions?
Yes. They should take accountability.
I have a
But
que-
also, if you yourself, you said you don't even want to get married and have a family.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's the ultimate aspiration for a man, is to want to be able to be married and have that meaning and purpose in his life, where he can have kids? And we should probably try and restructure the nuclear family. Wouldn't that be a key pillar of
men
it?
are not meant for marriage. I already went off on this. Polygamy is
You don't
what
think
men,
that you,
God.
you
Men-
look.
men are
I
meant to
can
be with
understand
us
if you mean from the secular perspective, as
Yeah.
like Brian said.
Yeah,
it's a
not
bad deal
religious.
for men. But if you're saying that you don't think that the nuclear family is a positive thing,
you
you're-
can have a family, but you don't have to be married, and it doesn't have to be with one person.
sure. But do you think that a mother and a father and children in a household is the best way to order society?
I don't think men are meant to be monogamous. That's what I think.
Okay, so what your advice to men would be to do what?
Become that.
No. The majority of men are better off being monogamous. Again, majority of men, yes, they would enjoy having sex with women. But they wouldn't enjoy dealing with multiple women with so many different personalities, with so many different situations. It is a headache. I can tell you this from my perspective. Yes, would I want to have sex with this woman and then have sex with another woman and so on and so on? I would love it. But in reality, it is a headache. I would rather be with one woman that loves me, that cares for me, that wants to be with me, that will treat me good, will treat me amazingly. I would rather be with one because, and I think that's average men. I think that's most men, which are average, because again, it is the peace. It is the peace connotation that is more important. Because when you deal with so many different women, it's great, it's fun, but yet it's not just the sex. You're not just gonna, if I could just have sex and not worry about anything else, then yes, but that's not reality. That's not reality. So men know that, okay, it's not just sex, because you're going to deal with personalities, you're going to deal with situations, you're going to have to try to get her, you're going to have, it's so many things that goes along with it. It is a headache. It does not bring you peace. It will bring you headache. So most men, yes, they would love being in many relationships or have many girls, but again, it is not logical. It is not a good situation for men in reality. So most men, monogamy is the best thing. Most men, monogamy is the best thing, because hopefully it's more peaceful.
Well, once you become that top where you want to be,
Sleep around your whole life, plant your seed your whole
you
life.
can either choose to do that, or you can choose. But that's the good thing; they have the choice. A lot of men
And this is the
don't have
problem.
choice.
This is the problem with the internet, with TikTok and the likes. We have, no offense, but people like yourself who will say these things that have really no basis in reality. When really, we understand that the nuclear family is the backbone of society. If we want to get back to having a healthy society, we'd want to be, that's what we want to structure it around. Like, once the family fails and degenerates, society tends to degenerate as a whole. And then we get like institutions like feminism.
And that's why I said there's no community in society, but especially in black communities, because the destruction of the nuclear family, the epidemic of single motherhood, is destroying many different kind of communities. A whole lot of women with children does not make a community. It doesn't, not in my opinion, because that is a weak foundation. Without men to structure, provide, and protect, that is a weak that is a weak structure there.
And we get children being indoctrinated into these movements that I probably can't say on YouTube in school. Mm-hmm. And all of these.
And this is the thing, right? The whole rise of the alphabet people, how it's so prominent, how so many men now are changing, or so many kids are supposedly now all these, I don't know, genders and all that stuff. Women. It is women. And a lot of times it's single women. It is single mothers. That's the poison right there.
Cultural
I
degeneration
don't agree
stem
with any of
from
that, but I
the
just
loss
don't
of the
think
family.
men are biologically meant to be monogamous. I think they're meant to be they're meant to have multiple
Look,
partners.
I would agree that men biologically have an inclination to not be monogamous, but what I would say is that just like every other human
That's what inclination. Yes, yes, biology wise, yes. Reality, right? So how society is. Like I said, men would love to just have no consequences. No, it's easy. Just having a whole lot of sexual partners. Yes, but that's not reality. If you base things on reality, how society is, monogamy is better for men. That's just plain and simple.
temptation is something that we have to temper.
Got
So
the temper.
if you are a man who does seek to have a family, it is something that you will have to temper. Now, I'm not even saying that I'm totally against the idea of a man having a handshake agreement with his wife. You know, they get a bit older, they don't really park the bus very often, and he goes out. I'm not even against that. I'm Italian. Woman turns a blind eye in Italian culture very often, and these things happen.
A lot of Latin.
It's not ideal.
As
but-
long as they're open about it, that's what I think.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah.
Well, my main thing is you guys can bash me all you want and laugh all you want, but you guys are all agreeing with what I'm saying, that we have.
God, women are just, there's a lot of times they're very insufferable to talk to. Yes, we need to have a good dialogues with each other, you know, to understand things and hash things out. But a lot of times it is insufferable. It is insufferable to talk to women a lot of times. I don't know. What do you guys think?